And why don't you bring us into this?
In the bottom right, in the ruby red, it's Silky.
And the top left, his teammate, we have JonSnow. Both for flipside tactics. JonSnow is being aggressive, that's for sure.
Say what color he wants.
Blue. He's in the blue.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. They're both being either fairly aggressive, fairly safe.
I'm gonna go with...
Or one's being safe and the other's being aggressive.
I'm gonna call Silky being safe and JonSnow being aggressive because JonSnow, like, he had his down so early. We got 6 lings on the way. No gas, though, so... I suspect he'll just want to get in here, kill or cancel this, and then take his own base. Because, like, if you want to go straight for the kill move, you usually want to have gas and, like, speed and banelings for that. Yeah, he's throwing down his own hatch, so he's just going to try and grab the economic advantage by shutting down the hatch of Silky. And Silky does know it, so he's going to make the spine on the high ground, but he doesn't know that it's like the gasless variety that is just going to kill this. So the spine isn't really going to do anything because JonSnow doesn't actually be able to get up and beat him.
This hatch is more than like being canceled.
Might actually be able to... A nice distraction from JonSnow. And I love the little... Oh my god. Well, he's going to win the fight against the wings. The queen here is going to help out quite a bit. Oh, he might be able to get it, though.
He's going to surround the queen, and he's going to kill the hatch.
Well, this does give Silky extra time to get additional wings out, but yeah, I think this hatch is almost certainly going down.
Not like that, it's not. Oh my god.
Not even. Yeah.
Oh my god, it did go down like that.
The last hit. So this is a pretty big edge for JonSnow, who is now able to mine from his hatch. He hasn't lost a queen. He's got one additional worker. The big downside is that he still doesn't have gas. Like, no gas at all. So speed will definitely be here for Silky a lot faster, and the counterattack would be a big deal.
This queen's have to get into position. Spine is not going to be ready quite in time, but do those queens even have transfuse? They even transfuse?
No, they don't transfuse or lift.
The third queen is going to help quite a bit.
Yeah, drone pull for now, but once this spine is up, this should be very holdable, especially with 3 queens. Like, even if they don't have transfuse, they're just very good defensive units. As we saw in Pass on Station and aggressive units as well. This is just really nice positioning. Blocking the ramp, blocking the minerals. So, like, the speed advantage doesn't really kick in that much, because JonSnow is just in a good position.
So, Silky's lair is just about to finish up. And like... Okay, so this is like... I don't want to say 2 base spire, because, like, the natural barely got up.
But
they finished like literally at the same time, so technically it's a 2 base spire.
But it was definitely a 1 base layer, right?
Yes. Stupid music.
No, I can't hear it, but
what shame. I don't know why it just annoys me. I don't like the violin line in it, and like I play violin. So I should just default like it, but I don't. Anyway.
Spire is pretty close to finishing, and, you know, unlike the last game, we're not gonna see JonSnow hit a timing where he can exploit the lack of hits. But at the same time, like because this fires so much faster, like okay, we're gonna have 5 mutas, and that is literally all the gas.
How many roaches are on the way? Just 5?
Yep, 5 on the way, none out so far, and not actually that many queens, just 4. So just the 2 additional ones. Another one now, but apologies for my dog. It's kind of an idiot. But now JonSnow does know about the mutas on the way, which is a nice bit of information. I suspect we'll see some spores at some point. Oh yeah, spores already on the way.
They're started like
I was looking at the wrong production tab. I was like, when did JonSnow get mutas? Oh my god.
Often to go for hydras.
That's interesting. Hydras are kind of a choice against mutas that you don't see too often, especially now since the Queen anti-air buff came into effect. Like, Queens were already really good against mutas in a straight-up fight. So, like, what I was expecting we could have seen was maybe something like a Nidus, just to get your Queens over there without having to march across the map.
Catching these roaches out, but the queens are pretty close. I'll be safe for now.
Yeah.
Third, gonna be cancelled.
Silky able to take some pretty good map control with his mutas.
Should probably start around third in a moment.
There it is. Not at the expected location. I suppose as the muta player, you're fine with careful. But yeah, you're fine with spreading out more because your army is just faster. So if the Hydra Force has to like walk all the way from that third to the natural, you can
without augmented whatever it is. Muscular.
Yeah, muscular augmentation or something, you know, speed without
Hydra
Hydra speed.
Not a Protoss, but I don't know its weird name.
Muscular augments, that's it.
Why they gotta give it names like that?
It's better than glial reconstitution.
Yeah, like, what does that even
I
mean?
don't even know.
Obviously you're reconstituting the glial.
Yeah, but
like,
what does that have to do with roach speed?
Well, clearly the glial is how they what they used to move.
Okay.
Okay, so infestation fish is finished up.
I'm really surprised to see that there are just more mutas.
Well, if JonSnow can get a good fungal and they get the hydras under it. Well, actually, even with the faster Forborough, like that one Zerg cartoon, one Carback cartoon,
Oh,
you
yeah.
fungal it and then you walk the spore underneath. Yeah, that could like be a thing now. You could put like 5 spores on a hotkey and like group them up.
Your spore hit squad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be a thing.
I feel like by the time you get enough fungals to hold it in place to reposition it...
No, but it's ZVZ though, right? So you're both creeping up. Eventually, you're gonna creep up the whole map.
Okay. Yes. But I mean, just even for the shorter, like, walk it over and burrow it, like, just use one more fungal.
Well, they're like about as fast as queens.
That's true.
Like, and they bring... Okay, fine, whatever. Hydras.
We'll see. Maybe that will become meta.
This is a lot of Hydras. Veins come in. Oh, actually detonate on the roaches, not on the soft Hydras that you would want. Queen's not getting too many transfuses off on the roaches, but it doesn't look like it's really gonna matter since they just transfuse each other, take out all these mutas. And there's like, what's left for Silky? Nothing. And JonSnow takes that 3-2. That was one of the most even matches we had. So we are gonna have a JonSnow finals as we predicted.